All right, I need you all to put your hands together and give a big round of applause for Socrates!
You're doing it, Mo! Amazing crowd work! Wow, that's... Let's try that again. Keep it going for Mo. It's amazing crowd work! Yeah! Make it till you make it. That's what we say down in business. And I don't know why anybody would hate on people who have the money.
We're looking for the money.
Well, you know people with money, right?
No, you're trying to find them.
Well, I know comedians.
Do they have money?
Clearly, you don't know comedians. There's one thing I can tell you. We have money and then we spend it on things like plants. And beers.
That's what do we.
Other recreational things. Ooh. Yeah, my name is Socrates. I am an American. Yeah, I'll wait for it. It's a matter of time, 10 years, 1,000 years. Eventually, people go, woo, USA, USA. I'm old. I remember when they used to do that. I'm actually 57 now. Again, appreciate that. Not even verbal support there was that now. But that's 75 in Dutch, by the way. It's a math joke. You know a little bit of Dutch. Because the Dutch do everything backwards. That's the whole way of the Dutch culture, is if you can do it forward. Why would you? You can do it backward. Just like I before E, except after, E, I, whatever, E, C, I think it is. Unless you try to do your Dutch, in which case you will never ever spell there right ever again. At least I can't, you know what I mean? That stupid little red line is always giving me that sarcastic, you can't spell thing. You know what I'm talking about? Spell check and crap. You know how you get better at that? It will help your spelling. It's actually true. You just simply right click on it and say add to dictionary. And over time your spelling will get fantastic. I never get those red lines anymore. But it's a learning curve. I don't know if you've noticed about life itself, it's a learning curve. It's like you have this great idea, like you're going to make a bunch of money, and then you realize that you don't have any money. So you ask your friend, and he's like, well, maybe we can find someone with money. You go to a comedy show. It's like these people did. At least I'm assuming that's the idea. I mean, again, I'm at 57, so I'm like cresting part of the arcs of life. It's that fun, easy, great part when you get stronger, healthier, to have lots and lots of sex. Yeah, that's in the rear view, because 57's just after the peak. Now you're screaming downwards. Yeah, hey, who's, I'm not going to point you out, sir, because I have a feeling we're of a similar generation. Woo! Yeah, we were born before COVID. Yeah, but who's in their 40s? Anybody make it to 40s yet? Anyone in their 30s? 30s? Yeah, 30s. If you're curious, you want a bit of information from the other side of the hill, screaming on the other side. 30s is a fun time because that's when you start having sex injuries. Anybody suffer a sex injury yet? No. Oh, way to come up. You'll be busy having fun, things are going great, and it's like you don't hear the noise saying, it hurts because you're having sex. But after a while, like in my case, it was a hit. It was like, hey! What? Roll over something. It's usually it's a hip, it's a knee, it's a back. It's part of the thrill of getting older. And it's all you're looking forward to eventually. Let me tell you. What's that?
You did something wrong.
Well, I think but it wasn't doing it wrong once. It was doing it wrong again and again and again, and it builds up over time. Yeah. It's like in your 40s, and then pasta, which was a great thing to eat, suddenly it becomes like a real fattening of air. It's like in Italy, if you notice Italians, they're all kind of good looking until they're older, in which case, because they didn't stop eating the pasta. So all I'm saying is, have fun going forward. It's going to be great. Because I'm not done. I see the old people. You've seen old people, right? They used to be young too. They were like us once too. They had dreams. They thought they could raise money. They didn't either. That's why they get hunched down, because life beats you down slowly more and more. I spent the last year and a half trying to get over a bad day in my life, because just after COVID in March of 2022, I thought I'd go to the sauna, But instead I ended up going to the hospital, to the house of paracetamol, because I was taught this word aangereden, which unfortunately means to be slammed into. And in the process of learning the word, I went flying through the air like a bird, and I landed like this here octopus. And crushed my arm, and basically spent about 1.5 years having surgeries, and being in pain, and going on stage complaining about it, thinking, hey, I could make money with it. Nope. Same as effect as being a founder. And it was fine to get good because I had like 2 surgeries, and now I have like a reverse prosthetic now, so I got a big old, yeah, thank you. I don't have tattoos, I got scars. It's just line work, you know. But I have a reverse prosthetic now, so where I used to have a ball, and now I have a socket. Where I had a ball, a socket, now I have a ball. So I think I have a trained shoulder. Appreciate that. You got to be supportive if you can. But I thought, well, what else could happen? This has got to be clean sailing, right? Sure. How much else could go wrong? And then about 1.5 months ago in August, I had a stroke. Yay! Thanks, appreciate that. And it's odd, anybody else had a stroke in here? It's amazing how many people have had strokes. You wouldn't believe how many times I've asked someone, yeah, I had a stroke. And it's really an awkward question. I've learned that it's not something you should ask, because if they answer it, you're like, oh, really? What's that?
You survived it.
I did survive it. Well, that's the thing. Hands up for the Dutch medical system. It's not perfect, but it's not bad, Well, if it wasn't for them, I would not be able to walk properly today. So in the end, I'm really glad for the Dutch medical system. Anybody work in medicine here? Anybody working here? I don't. I'm the same as Canadian. The sad thing is they pay us in beers. I don't really drink, I keep hoping to have a show in a coffee shop. Because I love coffee. But, like I said, I'm finding this life itself as an adventure, It's like, whenever you think there's another hill ahead of you, you realize that you're in the Netherlands. There's no hills ahead of you whatsoever. It's a flat country. I was in Greece a little while ago. I'm Greek, and it's always weird to go there because the earth goes up. Which is strange, and I've never seen that for a long time, because it's, being here 14 years, I got used to everything being flat except for, bridges. It's the one thing that you really got to struggle over here. But they have these things called mountains in Greece, which are like bridges, but they're made out of rock, and they go up, which is that way. Which again is kind of a foreign thing here in the Netherlands, and a rock is a strange thing too, because we don't really have rocks. Rocks are like, well, mud. If mud gets really, really dry, it becomes sort of a rock, and dry is really hard to explain in the Netherlands. Because it doesn't happen too often, Actually, my favorite word in Dutch, one of my favorite words of all times, is miser, which is that small little rain that you get in your face, because it makes you miserable. And I've been there too. And real fast, my last thing I like, of course, is one of my favorite words in Dutch is helaas pindakaas, which is an annoying phrase that means, oh well, peanut butter, which I think in American would be like, you just fucked up, dumbass. I'm not really sure, But the other great rhyme, of course, is noken and dekoken. I was here 3 months, and they taught me this word. It means fucking in the kitchen. It's a strange saying if there ever was, but it rhymes, and that makes it Dutch. But I don't know how to use noken and dekoken in context. I've asked, maybe on Tinder, I don't really know. The only thing I know is possible is that when you combine helaas pindakaas and noken and dekoken, you end up with satay sauce. That's a person that likes her standards. She knows what I'm talking about. Give it up for your next gift. Give it up for my name is Socrates. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for the Ukrainian flag, everybody. Come on!